In the machining world, your ears are almost just as important as your eyesight. Each machine has its own, I guess, frequency. It's one of those things that you just gotta feel it for yourself, you know? This is the Manual Machinist, take one. I am Tyler Hagedorn, AKA the Manual Machinist. I live on a farm, and my grandpa started this farm back in the 50s, and he had one of the very first tractors he ever purchased for this farm. And after he passed, the tractor still stayed there, and it was just rusting away. Part of refurbishing is you take something that most people would look at and say, you know, take that to the scrap yard, put it in my hands, I can rub a little elbow grease into it and essentially bring it back to life. I took the tractor and restored it back to new condition. I think a lot of it has to do with I was the type of kid growing up that I would always take, apart my toys just to see how things work. These machines can make anything, and that's kind of the beauty of this trade. But where I feel like they specialize at is making obsolete parts. These machines were built in the 40s and 50s, and still here in 2025, they're making accurate parts. The oldest machine that I own is actually from 1914. Whenever they built stuff back in the day, they built it to last lifetimes, whereas I feel like today's society is just kind of a throwaway commodity thing. Part of me wishes these machines could talk, because obviously I'm not the first owner, you know. These things have already been through lifetimes of work before I got my hands on them. I consider restoration or refurbishing kind of therapy to me, to be honest. To me, it is all about giving something a second life, or essentially preserving history. I'm just what I would consider to be a curator of these machines for a short time. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna outlive these machines, they're gonna outlive me. So just to be able to pass them on down to the next generation and help, continue the legacy here on the farm.